Putin sees himself as father of the Russian people, and boy, do they have daddy issues. Russian soldiers on the front lines, they've been scraping by on their canned rations. They call it Putin. All right.
Okay. No, you're right.
All right. Well, let me try this one. In Russia, they have a saying, Putin is good guy. Really, really good. Please don't kill me.
That's a story you tell when you're next to an open window.
No, that's like late period
in the presence
Tolstoy.
of automobile traffic.
Who's chubby, Russian, and rides around shirtless on horses? This guy named Steve.
I told you not to tell anybody about that.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, it's this guy named Steve from The Office. He's in the accounting department. So yeah, Putin, it's terrible. It's terrible to write a joke about him, and a terrible piece of shit. So we're gonna do a little quiz about just how insanely shitty Vladimir Putin is. Let's just start off with the raw numbers. Obviously, his finances are not public information. What is Vladimir Putin's personal wealth estimated to be?
I don't know. How much is Russia worth?
Russia's GDP in 2024 was about $7.5 trillion US dollars.
I don't think he literally owns all of Russia because there are so many oligarchs that he occasionally pushes out windows who presumably own lots of things, telecom companies and manufacturers. But yeah, it's up there. I have heard that he is potentially secretly one of the wealthiest people in the world. So I'll guess 1.5 trillion.
1.5.
Is that too high?
I would argue that it kind of doesn't really make sense because he basically controls all of Russia. He's an old style king. Sure, he has to play the oligarchs off against each other, but realistically, he controls the wealth of the country and can do whatever he wants with it.
Right, he could just confiscate shit. I think, we're definitely getting to the definition of what is his property. But let's just say the stuff that he can use without even having to confiscate, or the stuff he already confiscated. Right. So anyway, in 2024,
just go ahead and just say it.
Okay. In 2024, he took home a salary of $124,000. But yeah, his wealth was estimated at about $200 billion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was way off.
He's Mr. Frugal. He must have been saving a while on $124,000 a year.
That's the power of compound interest.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he's he's a real Dave Ramsey head. He's been skipping the avocado toast.
Yep. No debt. He steals so much of their GDP. Now it stands for giving dough to Putin. No, love. Sorry, I was in a cheesy joke writing mood today. All right, let's see. All right, quiz item number 2. Which of these is not among Putin's possessions? Number 1, a $500,000 watch. Number 2, a country cottage worth about $1.4 billion with a 40-person landscaping staff.
In
Number
what
3,
sense is that a cottage?
No follow-up questions.
It's a Russian thing, so it has a cool name. It's
Daka?
an obshchina, or it could be Daka.
A collection of over 50 aircraft, including a $700 million airplane known as the Flying Kremlin, featuring gold toilets. Number 4, over 15 houses and 150 cars. Number 5, a $100 million yacht. And number 6, a conscience.
Whoa, that's a lot of choices. One of them's not like the others, so I'm going to pick that one.
Yeah, I think we'll go conscience.
Yeah, I don't think he has a conscience, but he does have all those other things. Yeah,
you can only be in one plane at a time, by the way. I don't know if he knows that. You could only be in one house at a time.
But
a lot of people make this mistake.
You think he flies with all the staff at once, dude?
I mean, for him, he probably needs a few decoys.
You're at the private airport, and you're just waiting on the tarmac for all the other staff to take off before you have to go. That seems like a hassle. Yeah,
right.
You're creating your own traffic.
I would assume he keeps a couple decoys in the air most of the time. What do you guys think? What features would it take for you to spend $500,000 on a watch?
I don't think I would.
What
ever?
Features?
Yeah.
I did see this one that was powered by a tiny little internal combustion engine that was pretty sick.
If it printed US dollars, I think I would spend about as much as it would, depending on how fast it could produce them.
I was thinking if it was a house.
If I could live in the watch. Click, click, click. Just giant gears and the ticking and the talking and the gabagool.
A little bit of background. We talked about his country cottage. there's a different mansion of his on Lake Valdai, known as the Valdai Fortress, where he actually spends most of his time, we think. It's also where his mistress refused to stay any longer after Ukrainian drone strikes hit nearby. In response, they installed some drone defense systems. This quiz question is, how much air defense is around the Valdai Fortress?
How would you quantify it? Is this multiple choice?
10 air defense.
Okay, but
How much air defense? I mean, what do they do with, they make, cages around their tanks? They have
They've been
jamming
doing,
systems,
netting for
presumably.
the drones.
Yeah, netting.
How about this? How many surface-to-air missile towers are there around his Valdai Lake home? Let me put it that way.
God, how many
Damn, I
would
just
you
had the
need?
briefing on this yesterday. I'm going to
don't know.
say 15.
It feels like those are expensive. I'm going to guess 4.
There are 27.
Jesus.
Each one's worth about $20 million.
Jesus.
I mean, these
Each
things...
individual tower is more expensive than any home I could ever hope to afford.
Each of these is a multi-layer air defense system. They are equipped with surface-to-air missiles, anti-aircraft guns. They include these auto cannons and up to 12 missiles. His girlfriend really did not want drones to get through to their lake house.
If I had the money and I were targeted by drones, I suppose I would make it a priority too.
You don't get rich like this without delivering results for the Russian people. So what has been the death toll in Ukraine for Russia?
500,000.
I think it's lower than that. I'll give it a super low. I'll go 20,000.
Okay, the estimate, I believe this was from CSIS in January. The estimated death toll was about 300,000 on the Russian side, with the total casualties around 1.25 million. Bonus question for that: the U.S. was at war in Iraq for 8 years. How many total deaths did the American military suffer?
Well, we have a different military philosophy. Only a few thousand. It's under 10,000. It's a few thousands. Yeah, would be my guess.
That's right. It's about 4,500 over that 8-year war. So far, this war has gone about 4 years, and Russia's lost about 300,000. So
really, second only to China, no one does casualties like Russia.
No one.
There's that.
Sorry.
Which South American country was it that lost a war so catastrophically?
It was Paraguay, I believe, right? Yeah, where they lost. Yeah, as a percentage of their population, they lost the most. They got into, what was it, a quadruple alliance against them, or triple alliance?
Triple alliance. It was them versus their 3 large neighbors.
Yeah, them versus Brazil and Argentina and Uruguay, maybe.
Chile.
I don't know. Anyways, they didn't win that one, and they lost most of their people and basically all of their military age men.
Well, thanks for that information. There are other places that have, so not the worst of all time. See, that's why Putin is not the richest of all time. Okay, there's a nice quote from Putin. "I'm the wealthiest man, not just in Europe, but in the whole world. I collect emotions. I am wealthy in that the people of Russia have twice entrusted me with the leadership of a great nation such as Russia. I believe that is my greatest wealth."
Twice?
I mean, because he's been president twice or whatever, and then the rest of the time he's Almanovsky's the power behind the throne because of term limits.
Medvedev was technically the president for a while?
Yeah. Yep. They used to trade off him and the other guy.
Okay, right.
Yeah, to talk briefly about how he got his money. Innovation, obviously. No, let's see. So
he's a patent holder, right? I believe he invented nuclear fusion.
The country cottage was purchased with some slush fund just pulled out of some government health program, just large amounts of money disappearing from government programs and going to his project. The $200 billion figure was estimated by a financier named Bill Browder, who said that he had amassed most of it after a Moscow court jailed Mikhail Khodorkovsky in 2003. And here's a quote from that Senate testimony. "After Khodorkovsky's conviction, the other oligarchs went to Putin and asked him what they needed to do to avoid sitting in the same cage as Khodorkovsky. From what followed, it appeared that Putin's answer was 50%. He wasn't saying He wasn't saying 50% for the Russian government or the presidential administration of Russia, but 50% for Vladimir Putin personally. So basically, he took half of all of the other oligarchs' shit in exchange for not tossing them in prison.
So
Ink,
My
that
heart
comes out
weeps
to,
for these poor Russian oligarchs, so unjustly left ludicrously wealthy.
so you think that comes out to 200 billion? I feel like that would be higher, but I don't know.
And
Whatever.
right, like Danny said, at some point, like, what does it even
What does it
mean?
matter? if you functionally control all the wealth in Russia, yeah.
So, in conclusion, Putin, thug, robbing Russians, sending their boys off to die for his own Igor.
Ego.
Yeah,
Very good,
no,
David.
no,
Yeah.
no. For for his own ego. So let's not let this happen here.
Got bad news, David.
You're a few years late on
Trump
that
is
one.
president.
I think we're flirting with it, but let's not do this. Let's show up in November for starters. If you have secret knowledge of Putin's illicit gains that I forgot to mention, please leave a comment. Till then,
Or any secret knowledge about Putin. What that dick do?
what that dick do? Is that
I don't. Any
is
illicit
that a
knowledge?
question people ask? Oh, that kind of.
I don't know.
Or any explicit knowledge? Yes.
I bet it smell crazy down there. I don't... It's too much.
Yep. All right. Until next time, thanks for listening to another episode of the Info Hazard Podcast Show. Bye-bye.